Welcome, everybody, to the Inside the Locker Room, episode 2 of our weekly podcast with your boy Big Time Tony and your boy Old Dog Owen. How you doing today, Owen?
Going on, brother? Not much at all. I'll talk about in sports field as usual.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting, well, it wasn't that interesting of a week, but it was kind of a decent week for sports.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, as long as there's something to talk about in sports, we have an episode for you guys.
This is true. And so for the late start, we had some audio issues where we couldn't even hear each other.
Yeah, that was awful. I don't know what happened with that. We've never had that issue. And I mean, it's only the second episode, but still, I mean, that was weird.
So we have one to tap for this week.
All right. Well, if you want to start off with the number one on the list, that was, do you believe the issues between Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs have been settled?
Let's get into that issue, definitely. Because that's going to be a fun issue. So apparently, during last season, I guess the beef started towards the middle, maybe towards the end of the season, where there was an issue between Diggs and Josh Allen, to the point where rumors had it that Stephon Diggs wanted off of the Buffalo Bills. Now, supposedly, according to one of the coordinators, supposedly that beef has been settled. I don't believe it, but we do have to kind of take this somewhat their word for it. But yeah, I don't think that beef is actually settled. I still think it's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's settled either. I mean, I feel like, there's been past years, the past few years, the Bills haven't done anything in the playoffs. Josh Allen chokes. It's the same sort of garbage we see every year. He puts up great numbers. He puts up a good regular season. I think any receiver or any other role player on that team is bound to get frustrated. I mean, I was reading an article and it was saying that it happened in the Bengals and Bills game last year in the playoffs is when the feud started. Is what I was reading.
Yep.
Now, I remember that game. I don't remember every little detail, but I do remember the Bills having the lead and they blew it. I mean, that's probably where it all started, but I don't think it's resolved.
Honestly, I think it was ruined before that.
It probably was, to be honest. I mean,
because if you remember last season, there was a lot of close games that the Bills ended up blowing.
Yeah.
And simply because, Josh Allen, he's a great talent. Stephon Diggs is a great talent. But I think that's more of an Eagles thing that's involved. Like, the Eagles are just clashing.
Well, I feel like Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs both come off as a little egotistical. Yes. I think they both have a hot head. They both have a high ego, and they think highly of themselves. And I think that's the main issue. You get two people like that colliding, it never works out. Never does. The chemistry's just not there. And I feel like with this beef going on between them, I really don't think that chemistry is there. And it's probably going to affect them this upcoming season. It's going to affect the way they play.
I agree with that as well. Some of it is probably also come down to the way Josh Allen performs. Like you said, there has been times, especially in the playoffs, where he just all of a sudden towards the end of the game disappears. And I don't know if that's a mental thing or is just something that maybe he could eventually outgrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, coming to the end of the game is he kind of disappears for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Josh Allen I don't know. I feel like he's just one of those guys that if he's honestly, in my opinion, I think he's kind of like the Julius Randle of the NFL.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right? I mean, I feel like he's kind of the Julius Randle of the NFL. When stuff doesn't go his way, he tends to pout or kind of just like, well, exactly. If you guys know what Julius Randle does, he does exactly that in a way. In a way.
Yeah, the only difference is Julius Randle's a lot worse.
Yes, absolutely.
Julius Randle gets into his moves and it started affecting the whole team.
Yes.
When Josh Allen does it, it just affects his play.
Absolutely, absolutely.
He doesn't make smart decisions at that point.
No, no.
And I think that's what was frustrating Stephon Diggs.
Yes. I mean, I don't blame the guy. I mean, you're Josh Allen. You are the leader of that team. You are the sole center of that team, and you are supposed to show, especially the young guys, how to run a team, how a team connects, how a team fits, or how a team plays. I mean, you're the main focus of that team. And if you're going to go out, what you're supposed to do is, as a leader of that team, you're supposed to go out and give it your all for the whole game, for every game, every week, every quarter, every minute. You're supposed to give it your all. You don't give it your all the entire game, well, then what the hell are you doing on the field?
Exactly. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I like Diggs and I like Allen. I mean, look, like I said, Allen puts up great numbers throughout every regular season, and then everything comes crashing down in the playoffs. And eventually, it's going to leave an effect on management.
But let's look at the bottom line. I mean, at the end of the day, they're not going to pick a wide receiver over a quarterback.
Absolutely not.
So if anybody's going to be moved, it's going to be Diggs.
Yep. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it's true. I mean, I like Diggs on the Bills. I think he fits really well there. But I could see him being moved by the end of this season if things don't change.
So do I. Next on the list, this laughter of a joke of a trade between the Boston Celtics and the Washington Wizards, where Boston gets Porzingis and Washington gets, I believe it was Smart and some draft picks.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that trade to me makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Thank you. I'm not the only one who thinks this trade is absolute garbage.
I mean, not to knock Porzingis, he's a decent player and everything, but he is injury prone.
Yes, absolutely.
Because he's frail. I mean, he has a Kevin Durant type build.
Yes. Well, look what the Celtics just gave up.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What was they thinking?
2-time Defensive Player of the Year, I believe 2 times. Anybody watching, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe 2-time Defending Player of the Year, Marcus Smart. What are you thinking?
I mean, granted, majority of his defensive player of the year because he's a great flopper as well. The only person that flops better than him is LeBron.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, LaFlop.
LaFlop. Absolutely.
But yeah, I just don't understand the line of thinking.
I don't understand. I really don't get it.
I don't know if it's a reaction to them losing to Miami in the conference finals, where they feel like they needed more help, but offensively. But yeah, giving up Marcus Smart for Porzingis, I just don't see it. I don't see where the logic was at.
No, honestly, you know what? With this whole trade, I really feel like a lot of it has to do with desperation. Because of what has happened the last 2 seasons for the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, I could see that probably being the reason as well.
Yeah. It's a lot of it has to do with desperation. Do I blame them? I really don't. But like I said, to give up a great player, a great defensive player like Marcus Smart, who does facilitate, who can score and can be an important asset to the team, for a guy who's 7'1", 7'2", or whatever how tall he is, and who's built like Kevin Durant, and is honestly not that good anymore, is just a bonehead move to me. I don't get it.
I mean, I can't blame them.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them either. It's just, do I think it's a smart trade? No, I don't. No, absolutely not.
That's the dumbest trade by far.
Yeah. So, it may win dumbest trade of the offseason this year so far.
No.
Oh.
That's one of two of the dumbest trades of the offseason.
Did we talk about the other one already? It's last week's episode or no? Oh, okay. I got you. I got you.
We can actually jump right into that one.
Yeah, might as well.
Washington and Golden State. What were you guys thinking?
They weren't thinking. That's the problem.
Now, wait. I can somewhat see kind of a reason for this trade. At the same time, I can't. I know you want to separate Jordan Poole and Draymond Green, just in case Green does decide to resign, and you don't want him knocking him out in practice again.
Well, newsflash, Golden State. I don't think that's the way to separate them.
But you're trading him for, I think Chris Paul is 36, 37.
I believe he's 37. Yeah, I think he just had his 37th birthday.
With bad knees. And he's just not Chris Paul anymore. Yeah, he'll be a great backup point guard for Steph Curry.
Yeah,
that's what he's going to be relegated to, his backup role.
He's coming off the he's coming off the bench for sure.
I mean, the only way he's starting is if Klay Thompson or Steph goes down.
Yeah, exactly. He's starting off. He's coming off the bench for sure.
But he's coming off the bench regardless, and I mean, I don't know if Washington's like just purposely trying to just dismantle the team. Maybe the owner's trying to sell them or relocate them somewhere. I mean, I've seen owners do that where they're put together a horrible team to the point where their attendance is so low that it gets them out of their contract with the city to move. But I mean, that's the only thing I could see them doing it for. Because otherwise, I mean, those two moves, actually those three moves, period, the one with Phoenix. I mean, basically, yeah, you got draft picks, but it still doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. The way I see it, I'm sorry, Tony, were you not finished?
I was gonna say somebody make it make sense. I'm confused.
Look, I'm not gonna come to your rescue. I don't think it makes sense, and the way I see it, I don't think the Warriors even need Chris Paul, and I'll tell you why. They should have kept Jordan Poole. Sure, did he have a bad last playoff season last year? This past season, absolutely. But a lot of players go through that. A lot of players do. The guy is still a great player. He's young. He honestly, I think, should have taken over that team after Curry and the big three retire. Jordan Poole, I think, was still the future of that team. Chris Paul is nearing the end of his career. I just don't think they needed Chris Paul. Steph Curry and Klay, yeah, they're getting up there in age. I mean, I think they're like 35, 36. For basketball, in basketball terms, that's getting up there. Look what they did this past season in the playoffs. They barely made it. 6 seed, and look what they did this year. I don't think they need Chris Paul. I don't think he's the answer. Well, he's not.
I don't think they're counting him on as being the answer. I just think they're just looking to strengthen their backcourt depth. And if that's the case, then that does make sense for them.
Yeah.
Because now let's face it, Chris Paul is basically one of the greatest floor generals in NBA history.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, if you could get somebody like that, at least coming off your bench behind a Steph Curry, I mean, yeah, to a point, it does make sense. It just doesn't make sense on Washington's end.
Yeah.
That's the issue that I'm having with it, where I just don't know how it's going to play out.
Honestly, Washington may have the worst starting five in NBA history now.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a starting five that bad, like ever.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. Because none of it makes sense.
Well, look at that. The Sixers, I know for a fact, had the worst record ever, ever in a season, was 9-73. I'm gonna make a prediction right now that the Wizards finish 8-74. Yeah, 8-74. I'm telling you, 8-74.
At least with Philadelphia, it was their process.
Yeah.
At least Philadelphia. I mean, at least Philadelphia came out and said, "Look, we're going to suck for the next few years."
Yeah.
Yeah. Washington hasn't even come out and said that.
I know, because I think they're in denial.
So yeah, I'm just like I said, we're just gonna have to wait to see how that plays out.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
So continue on. Considering this NBA postseason has just officially ended, and the offseason has officially started. You said you want to talk about Derrick Rose?
Yeah. So I got news. I believe it was earlier today. The Knicks declined Derrick Rose's team option, and he is set to hit free agency.
I think that was that actually came up yesterday.
Was it? Oh, you know what? It was yesterday. My apologies. It was yesterday.
Yeah, that was actually yesterday. Where they now the thing is, they're not opposed to bringing him back to New York. They just want him at a cheaper price tag.
Yeah.
Because he was set to make 6 or 5 million this season.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, like I said, they love him in New York. The front office loves him.
The fans love him.
Of course, they just don't want to pay that high price tag. They want to have more money to use in other areas.
Yeah.
Which kind of does make sense.
It makes sense, absolutely. I don't think Derrick Rose is really worth that much anymore, anyways. I would re-sign him, and if I were Derrick Rose, I would re-sign with the Knicks for less money. I would. If I were him, I would do it. He's near the end of his career.
Now, I wouldn't sign for the veterans minimum.
Not the veterans minimum, but it doesn't have to be at a high. It doesn't have to be an insane amount of money either.
I would say like 5-6
million.
million.
Yeah, that's doable, absolutely. But here's another thing with Derrick Rose: if he doesn't re-sign with the Knicks, I'll be very upset. I would love for him to retire a Knick. But if I really wanted him to go anywhere, honestly, I wouldn't mind having him go back to Chicago. Let those fans, they started with a special player, and unfortunately, that got shattered by injuries with Derrick Rose. Let him retire a Bull. Give the fans what they want. Give them that nostalgia. Give them that memory.
I agree. Also in Knicks news, Josh Hart. He's agreed to extend the deadline for his $12.9 million player option until Thursday at midnight.
I love Josh Hart. I love this guy.
So yeah, so do I. I mean, the minute they got traded for him, the team instantly improved. I think they won
yes.
Like, what was the winning streak, like 12?
12-0. 12-0. Yep, 12-0.
So I mean, he did make a big difference. We still need more pieces around him. They need to get rid of Julius Randle, which I'm pretty sure
yes.
will catch, hell for that.
Actually, you know what? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it reached double digits. I actually think it was like, I want to say it was like 8 or 9-0. I think it was like 8-0 or 9-0 actually.
It might have been.
Yeah, I don't know if it reached double digits.
Either way, it was still. I mean,
that's incredible. That's still. I mean, to bring a guy in, even as a bench player, coming off the bench, and the energy he brings to the team, the positivity, the confidence, the humor, everything he brings to that team is exactly what New York needed.
Correct. Because it propelled them from being a playoff team, to the what would they believe finish as the 5th seed.
Yeah, 5th seed.
So I mean, imagine just with a full season, and I kind of gotta, as much as I hate saying this, I kind of have to agree with what Stephen A. says about the coaching staff. Tom Thibodeau is a great coach, but he is so out of touch.
Yes, I agree.
And he is not good for young players.
No, he's not. He doesn't have there's no chemistry there. There really is nothing there.
Because I know I heard later during the week that there was an argument between Obi Toppin and Thibodeau during one of the playoff games in Miami, where Obi Toppin wanted to get in the game and play and help the team win, and Tibbs refused.
Yeah.
So that's the sign right there. And everybody who's followed the Knicks knows Obi Toppin is a special talent.
Absolutely. I honestly, for a while there, I always defended Randall saying he should start over Toppin. Not anymore. I think Toppin deserves that starting role over Randall. I really think he does.
So yeah, just basically with Toppin, and now that the Knicks signed his young baby brother,
yeah,
it's going to be even more interesting.
I mean, I love that, we're bringing in these young guys, and our bench is probably one of the best benches in the league, if not the best. But I still feel like we're one superstar or star player away from being a true contender.
Sorry about that. I was responding to a message.
That's okay.
I'm getting messages about the link for the podcast.
Oh.
But yeah, with Toppin quickly, and a lot of the other young talent that's coming up with the Knicks there. Yeah, I'm sorry, but Tibbs has to go.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of in the exact same order with Stephen A. with somebody young like Tyronn Lue, or I mean, even Jason Kidd would be more of a better option than Tibbs.
I honestly would love to see a Jason Kidd Knicks reunion, because I grew up watching Jason Kidd play with the Knicks for those 2 seasons, or 1 or whatever, how many seasons he played. I know it was 2012 he played with them. That was a great squad, too. Great squad. But seeing him play with the Knicks on my Knicks was something awesome to see. Because I've always liked Jason Kidd. I've always respected his game. Always was a big fan of Jason Kidd. And to see him in a Knicks uniform was something special.
I agree. So next will be the NBA draft. I am not gonna lie, that draft was so boring it put me to sleep.
Dude, like everything was expected. Like we knew where everybody was going.
I literally fell asleep watching the NBA draft.
I turned it off. Like I think I was watching baseball. I'm like, all right, I'm done with this.
I've never fallen asleep watching a draft at all, but that's the first time.
I think I turned it off after Wembanyama signed with the Spurs, the first pick. I'm like, oh, well, that's a shocker. And then I turned it off.
That was just the... And I'm not trying to say the players that was drafted, don't get me wrong at any slight. I'm not trying to shoot them any slight, any hate or anything like that. It just that draft was just so just it was predictable.
It was absolutely predictable. Absolutely.
There was really no excitement to the draft.
No. Well, since that was a short topic, I do want to add something to that topic that we can talk about.
Okay.
Wembanyama is probably one of the most overhyped players in an NBA draft, or going into the NBA draft. I honestly think so.
He's kind of on the longer line of like Manute Bol and Sean Bradley.
Yes, absolutely.
He's got the same build.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, he's 7'5", but that doesn't. I mean, he played in France.
Yeah.
You come into the NBA where the players are more skilled, more stronger, a lot faster.
Yep.
So all of that he was doing in France, I don't see him doing in the NBA. It's going to be a couple of years before he even gets close to anything remotely to what he was doing in France.
Oh, you kidding me? This guy, I ain't gonna see this guy fucking take. Oh, sorry, excuse my language. Taking any threes? This guy ain't taking no threes. If he's gonna pop a three, it's gonna be a Jokic wide open three, and he's gonna miss.
Probably.
I don't believe the hype. I mean, I don't think he's not the right fit for the NBA. I feel like he's too tall, he's too skinny. He's honestly a walking hospital bill. He's bound to get hurt he's gonna get hurt quite a bit, I think.
Oh, that's a new one, a walking hospital bill. Wow.
Yeah, well, I gotta try something new.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that. Okay. That's what we're start doing to our frail players, walking hospital bills.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Appreciate
it. I hate to say it, but it's pretty much true.
It really is. I hate to say it too. A guy's just coming into the NBA, but guy's gonna be a walking hospital bill. Guy, his first year, I guarantee he's out for the year.
Well, knowing the Spurs organization, how they use their foreign players, they usually don't bring them over the first year anyway.
Oh, that's true. That's right. They don't. That's right.
Because they leave them over there to finish getting developed and stuff.
Yeah.
Look with Tony Parker and
Yep. Yep. That's right.
So, but I mean, again, it is the Spurs organization. They are known for finding hidden gems in the draft. Although we all know that wasn't a hidden gem, we all just knew that who this was going to pick. But
yeah,
you never know. He might turn out to be a Yao Ming.
Yeah, I mean, he might even turn out to be a Dirk Nowitzki.
Or no Jokic.
Yeah. I mean, he could be a superstar. We honestly don't know, but if I were a Spurs fan, I wouldn't have my expectations very high.
True, I wouldn't either. Not at least not until you officially see him play in the NBA.
Yes, absolutely.
Because, like I said, the rules are a lot different overseas than it is in the NBA.
Yes. Yep.
Like you could literally, once the ball hits the rim, you can knock it away or rebound it. It's not going to be called for goaltending.
No.
So like there's a little bit more difference overseas than it is over here that they could get away with. So
yeah,
he's going to have to. It's going to be a big adjustment for him, which is why I think the Spurs are going to leave him over there for a year, let him finish out over there, then slowly bring him in.
Yep.
And get him acclimated to how the NBA works and stuff like that.
Yep.
Unless the Spurs are seriously desperate and want him over here right away.
Well, look at the season they had this year. I mean, it was pretty bad.
I mean, yeah, but they also didn't really have any big name talent, really.
No, I mean, they had DeJounte Murray, but then he went to Atlanta, and that was just a big friggin' mistake.
So, I mean, it's Popovich. I can't go against Pop.
Yeah. Oh, Greg Popovich is something else.
So
he's one of a kind.
That he is. Definitely a definite Hall of Famer for coaching.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think next on the list you wanted to talk about was Aaron Judge's injury.
Yes. So I got news 2 days ago. So originally, Aaron Judge was out with they were saying it was I think he was in a broken toe, and he had like I want to say he was nearing a return, and then he told his managers and that he was having trouble walking right. And then I later got news like 5 minutes later saying he had a torn ligament in his toe and there's no timetable for his return.
Yeah, ligament damage is kind of... It's one of those where you don't know how it's going to end.
Yep.
And as for a baseball player, ligament damage in your toe, that's
about 4 right there. That's already 6 weeks easily.
At least.
Yeah, at least.
With the size he is, I think he's going to be out a little bit longer.
Oh, absolutely. I don't doubt it. I don't see him back until well up to the All-Star break.
Yeah, I don't see him back probably until like mid-August.
Yep. That's going to be near the end of the regular season, absolutely. Unfortunately.
Now, the question is, what is that going to do to the Yankees' playoffs hopes? Because there are...
Honestly, here's the problem.
The AL East is a tough division.
Here's the problem. I don't have any hopes in the playoffs right now with the way they're freaking playing. I don't have any hopes right now. Dude, we can't hit. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. I mean, I'm surprised we even won the series this weekend against Texas. I mean, we won the... Yeah, we lost the first game. What was it? I think... I don't remember the score. Last night we won 1-0 on great pitching. And then today it was Cole versus Evaldi. We actually won the game. I was stunned. We actually had a comeback. I remember in the theaters waiting for the movie to start, and I'm checking, literally checking live on ESPN app. We had like 3 hits in a row, and they all produced runs. And I'm like, this isn't the Yankees team I'm used to. We're legit averaging like 3 runs a game.
And that's the funny thing with our teams. Your team can't hit. My team can't pitch.
Yeah. Well, dude, there's no problem with our pitching. Our bullpen is the best in the league.
Exactly. So your team got the pitching, my team got the hitting.
Yeah. We can't hit, but we can pitch. That's for damn sure.
And while we're speaking on our teams,
I say you guys blew it today against the Phillies.
Shut up.
You guys had a massive blown lead. Like, I couldn't believe that.
And
Tony, let me ask you something. How do you give up 4 runs on 1 hit in the 8th inning?
No comment. But I know one person who's watching this is enjoying this greatly because he's a Phillies fan.
Uh-oh.
And that's pretty much my boy Al Brown if he's watching. Because I know he messaged me, asked me about the link earlier, so I'm pretty sure he's watching it now. Yeah, go kick rocks, Al. You damn fucking Phillies.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, well, my neighbor, he's a Phillies fan, and all I know is when I was still at home getting ready for my buddy Will, shout out to Will Hughes, just shout you out. He was waiting for him to pick me up. He was talking about the Phillies. He's a Phillies fan, and he goes, "Oh yeah, Phillies are on fire right now." And I said, "Yeah, well they're losing right now with the Mets." And then I'm at the theaters, getting ready for the movie to start, and I see that the Mets won 7-6. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. They can't get out.
Oh, the Phillies won. I'm sorry, the Phillies won 7-6. My bad.
Yeah, the Mets can't get out of their own way.
I don't know. It's crazy how bad both New York teams are playing.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about this no more.
Look, I would like to say this is, it's still early. It's not even the All-Star break, but I mean, come on. Who are we kidding?
Oh no, the Mets are done. unless unless they make some major pitching moves before the trading deadline. I mean, their Verlander was a horrible signing.
Oh God, he's a friggin' joke.
Matt Schwarzer just he forgot how to pitch. The rest of the pitching staff are just the bullpen is so overworked that they can't hold the lead anymore.
Yeah, because your starters are only lasting 4 or 5 innings. Not even.
I mean, it's ridiculous. And then they give us false hope. It looks like, oh, they won 3 in a row. They might turn it around. And then you come up to a game like this and you freaking choke and blow it.
Yeah, man, it's rough being a New York fan in baseball right now. It really is.
So yeah, I don't want to talk about baseball no more. I'm done with baseball for today.
Until tomorrow when they blow another lead, right?
Somebody's getting fired. That's all I know.
I think Boone's going to be done after this year. I have a feeling.
Who?
Yeah, he's going to be done after this year, I think.
Probably.
Cashman's too much of an idiot to do anything, though.
So, next up on the list is a little bit off topic, but it kind of lines into sports. For all you football fans, the new Madden 24, the release date is August 18th. Now, for those of you who were like me, the old school players where you enjoyed franchise mode,
I love franchise mode.
supposedly, according to EA, franchise mode has completely been revamped.
How so?
Long gone is the old style in tackling animations. They're not. I've actually seen some of the gameplays. It's actually looking a little bit more smoother. Some of the older features they are bringing back, like the spring training practice drills, like with where he was running through the cones and stuff as a running back.
Yeah.
They're bringing that back.
Huh.
Like I said, a lot of the stuff that was in the Madden franchise that made franchise mode what it was, they're finally listening to what we want.
Are they? Oh, question is, are they bringing back being able to create our own stadiums?
They're working on that.
Are they though? Are they?
Well, from what I was told, with a lot of the new features, like especially when you're relocating, it's no longer basically you can relocate anywhere now. The uniform designs, yeah, they're nice. They've actually it went back to how it originally first was, where you can relocate a team and pick any design you want.
Oh, wow, nice.
So yeah, it's going back to that, and you're getting 3 uniform options now if you relocate.
Okay. Nice.
So you're going to get your classic home, classic away, and then you're going to also get the alternate.
Okay.
As far as the gameplay, from what I saw, now supposedly Madden 24 is only going to come out for the PS5.
Oh, really?
There won't be a PlayStation 4 edition.
Wow, that's big.
So from what I saw on it, the gameplay was a lot crisp.
Okay.
Running, they've changed that dynamic completely now. If you have like a elusive running back, yeah, their juke moves and cut moves are ridiculous. You can literally, from what I saw, you can string them together.
Wow, nice.
So, like, if you want to juke left and juke right, you can actually string it together, and
Nice.
it will look fluent.
Nice.
So, I'm interested to see how that's going to come out. They fixed their XP system to where now you can actually develop your players a lot faster if you have, and here's a hidden trick. So if you have a mentor in that position, let's say quarterback, let's take the Carolina Panthers for example, since they drafted Bryce Young. They also signed Andy Dalton, so now, as you know, Andy Dalton's probably more likely a mentor in the game. Now, if you got Andy Dalton and then you sign another mentor quarterback, and then you get the right offensive coordinator that knows how to specialize in the offense you're doing, he gets up to double to triple time the XP.
Wow, nice. That's awesome.
So you can develop your players a lot faster.
Nice.
Which, I mean, yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely.
And at the same time, you also got to be careful, too.
Yeah.
Because it has a counter effect, too.
Yeah.
They've also changing the trading system. There's no longer, they're trying to get away from, so for what a lot of people who are Madden fans, if you know this, in the season trick, where you could force a team to cut a high talent player, and then you can pick them up and then use that player for trade bait.
Really? Okay.
So they're trying to fix that because a lot of players was using that in the regular season. So what you would do is, let's say you have, like, let's perfect example, the Cleveland Browns. So you know how they had, let's take just past season, Chubb and Hunt. So let's say you get in, you wanted them to release one of those players. So you would trade the Cleveland or another running back, and this has to be a high ticket running back. It can't be like one that's below what they are. So it has to be a running back that's in between what Chubb was ranked and what Hunt was ranked. And a few other players. What the system does is, okay, the Browns are over the maximum of running backs they can have. So they're going to cut one of those two. So it'll be Hunt, Kareem Hunt, or Nick Chubb that will get cut. More than likely,
really, wow. Huh.
So then you got now Hunt would be released. Now he's a free agent. Now you can sign him and use him as trade bait to get more draft picks.
Okay.
So EA is trying to fix that system. The free agent system is being revamped again.
Like every year.
Well, this time they're making it where you can allocate if you want contracts to be front loaded or back loaded.
Okay.
Which is how it used to be before, where you could pick where you wanted the bulk of the money be on the front end of the contract or the back end of the contract, which makes it easier if it's on the back end of the contract. If you're a GM, okay, it's back loaded. You got front money, back loaded. If that players get old enough, hey, I can release you now.
Yeah.
That was one of the other features. The passing features, there's still ways you could beat the defense. The defense has gotten a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
The AI has gotten a lot smarter now. There's no way you could be able to run the same play 4 or 5 times.
Oh, thank God. That was so annoying.
So the AI has developed the AI a lot smarter, where it recognizes that play after like the second or third time you ran it.
Thank God.
And they will adjust to it.
Good. I have played so many people online that have done that crap, and it was like broken. Like they could do that play 6, 7, 8 times in a row, and it wouldn't matter. It still worked.
Well, the problem with the online one, that's always going to be an issue. Because technically, you're playing against another human.
Yeah.
So, and they're gonna always find ways, loopholes and everything.
Gotcha.
But as far as if you're doing a franchise mode, yeah, you won't be able to do that against the AI.
It's about time. Well, let me ask you something. Did they change? Did they do like anything with the box score? Did we have like an option for like CBS broadcast or anything?
With that, I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. So I know they change a little bit of that like every year. They kind of make some tweaks and changes.
Unfortunately, we still got the same commentaries.
Oh, damn it! When are they gonna realize we need Tony Romo and Jim Nantz?
Yeah,
What's up?
This is the thing. They still hold the ESPN license as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why are you not using the ESPN playmakers?
Yeah, really. Yeah.
So that's one of the things I'm worried about. Is like, why are you sitting on that license? Put them in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's ask this question and get it answered once and for all. Tony, I'm going to ask you something. You ready?
Okay.
How broken are the New York Jets going to be?
In the game?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think they're going to be broken.
You don't think so? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be broken. I think the team that's going to be broken the most will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
How?
They got Baker Mayfield. Do you need another explanation?
Yeah, because it's Baker fucking Mayfield.
Or the Las Vegas Raiders.
Wait, what?
Or the Raiders.
The Raiders? The Raiders, the Bucks.
I think it's gonna be both of them.
Okay. Well, why do you think the Bucks are? It's Baker Mayfield. He's trash.
Just because I got a feeling they're gonna make him better than what he really is. Because you know how EA with certain players, they always give them a rating they don't deserve.
Yes, it's funny. You know what I noticed? When I was playing Madden, right, and I was in like year 4 with Malik Willis on the Redskins, right, and the Buccaneers, obviously Tom Brady's long gone. I noticed every time the Buccaneers get a computer-generated player, that player is like unbeatable. He's amazing.
I agree.
It's weird. I hate that they do that, but the players like winning like NFC Player of the Week. They're winning they're going to the playoffs. They're finishing with like 13, 14 wins on the year. I don't know. I think it has to do with Tom Brady being on that team before.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to pull up something real quick.
Okay.
So, one of the other big features that they fixed in the Madden games is the run and pass blocking.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, if you know how to use a certain type of defense, you get through every single time.
Yeah.
So they're fixing that.
Okay.
Like I said, it's supposed to be on the shelf the 18th. of August. But what I want to talk about is the cover of Madden.
I was hoping you bring that up.
So for those of you who don't know, there's rumors that there won't be a player on the cover of Madden. It's going to be the Bills Mafia that's going to be on the cover of Madden.
That I didn't know because I thought they announced Josh Allen to be on the cover.
So I'm guessing there's going to be two different versions.
MVP edition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be that. Josh Allen will be on that one.
So, yeah, that's. I mean, maybe it'll finally break. Well, the curse has already been broken, but you never know. Anything is possible.
Absolutely.
Oh, there was also one other new feature that they put in Madden. This is going to be something that is going to make a lot of people, I don't know, excited or maybe pissed off. So a new tackling system will highlight mismatches and include several different types of tackles, including leg wrap tackles.
Okay.
Passing is now more fluent, allowing quarterbacks to throw to receivers on the run without breaking momentum.
Okay.
Catching improvements have been made as well, with dive catching returning to the game. Thank God. Come on. Okay. The ball carrying system has been upgraded. Players, so fumbling is going to become more realistic. So ball carrying has been upgraded with players becoming more receptive to avoiding the defender. Meanwhile, fumbles have been enhanced to differentiate between open field recoveries and recoveries with multiple players fighting for the ball.
Okay, I have a question though with the fumbles. Did they fix the thing where every time you spammed X to break the tackle and it didn't work, they'd fumble the ball?
Yeah, that's part of the fix that they're doing with the. So what they're doing is, while you're carrying the ball,
that shit was annoying.
So while you're carrying the ball, your running backs will be more inclined to try to avoid getting into a gang tackle.
Thank God.
For those of you who like celebrations. Celebrations have been expanded in Madden 24 Players who make a play that has a major impact on the game will show more emotion.
Oh, nice.
Play, even if the momentum is a key third down stop.
Nice.
So basically, if you get a key third down sack, yeah, the play's going to be more animated and have more of a celebration type feel to it.
That's awesome. That's very realistic.
They also added 500 more plays.
Damn.
Yeah, it's going to be. What else? Pretty much that's it. Oh, it looks like they will be releasing on. So I just got a list of the consoles that Madden 24 will be on. Xbox S Series X, the Series S, Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X. Fucking Xbox on the whole damn. That's confusing.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Xbox. That's one of the many reasons why I don't like Xbox.
PlayStation 5. So it will be on the PlayStation 4.
Okay.
And Windows.
Okay.
But I'm thinking with the PlayStation 4 and the older Xbox Series, it won't have all the features that the PlayStation 5 and the newer Xbox will have.
Okay.
So The covers is the original Madden 24 cover will be Josh Allen. The deluxe edition will be Josh Allen with the Bills Mafia.
Okay.
So it has him sitting literally almost like a Lambeau Leap,
Okay.
where he's basically sitting on the edge and the Bills Mafia is surrounding him.
Yep.
And pretty much from what I can see, that's going to be it. Like everything else, they'll always have, game updates, fix stuff and things like that. So I mean, those who like to get the game right away, expect it to be not so. It's going to be glitchy.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Madden's the first when it comes first out, it's always glitchy.
Yeah, I don't usually get my sports games that I get as soon as they come out.
Yeah, I usually wait till after the second or third update has been released.
Yep. Yeah, I usually wait about a month after they're released.
Also, in other news, as far as since we're talking about video games, for those of you who don't know, PlayStation 6 is supposed to be set to be released 2028.
Yep. And the new Xbox.
Yep, and there's a reason for that because of the contract with the Call of Duty. It's set to expire. It was set to so technically the PlayStation 6 was supposed to be set to be released 2027.
Okay.
Because that's when the contract was set to expire.
Mm-hmm.
It was in 2027.
Okay.
It was worked out where a year was extended, so it was pushed. So now it's being pushed back to 2028. Now the reason why Sony's so adamant about pushing to get the system out is because they don't want to lose all their Sony fans to Xbox because they can't get Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Which it does make sense.
That's fine. I'll stick with my PS5.
Considering Call of Duty is basically owned by Microsoft.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why they're pushing to get it out. So all you fans that love playing Call of Duty will have Call of Duty for the PlayStation 6 in time in case it can't come to another agreement, you at least have it for at least that time. Until they can come to an agreement and come up with a new contract where they'll be available back on Sony again. That's pretty much all the news that I have as far as what's going on with Madden and PlayStation 6 coming out, as well as I don't know what they're going to call the next Xbox. Probably Xbox 9850.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to call them. I wonder if they're going to go with another letter. I don't know.
It's just so confusing.
Honestly, it really is. I wouldn't put it past them to name an Xbox Series Z.
Yeah, that's a possibility too.
Yeah.
I know we said we wasn't going to talk about, but 2K24 will be coming out. That's going to be released September 8th.
Yep. Don't have a cover yet, but I honestly think it's probably going to be. I want to say it's going to. I think it's going to be Curry again. I just have that feeling.
Inside tip: it's going to be Jokic.
Seriously? Nah.
No, seriously.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So they're putting Jokic. Wow. Okay. I think Embiid got fucking robbed.
So I mean, unless they change, it might be. They've been doing dual covers. Well, one of the covers will be a Kobe Bryant edition.
Oh, that's awesome! Awesome.
That's going to be the $100 one.
Okay.
I did see that.
Which one will be?
The Kobe Bryant edition.
Okay.
That's going to be the $100. This will be the $99.99 one.
Gotcha.
I do know they have two 2K24 cover editions. And I do
Yep.
believe Jokic is one of them, and probably Embiid will be the other one.
Okay.
One's gonna be like the regular edition, and then one's probably gonna be like the deluxe.
Yeah.
As far as features in that one, I haven't heard anything about that yet. We probably won't even hear anything about them until the end of July, maybe the beginning of August. A couple of months before they drop.
Yeah.
There's a hope. There's a few things I'm hoping they go back to, because this new system, yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I don't have anything else. Do you have anything, Owen?
I think that's it. I mean, we're at the hour. We're at the hour mark. So I mean, we covered everything we needed to. Plus extras. I mean, other than that, guys, thanks for watching. You know, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe once it's uploaded to YouTube.
Yep, and hopefully next week, I'm waiting for YouTube to approve my access to stream live. So hopefully next Sunday we'll be streaming live on YouTube as well, on one of our channels. We have so many channels now; it's hard to keep up.
I know.
Like right now, I have this streaming on 3 different channels right now.
Yeah.
All on Facebook.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else really left, unless something came in from ESPN that I don't know about. Let me check real quick. Well, apparently the Florida Gators forced a game 3 in the College World Series.
Yeah, I watched the end of that. They blew out LSU 24-4.
Holy, yeah, that's what I just see.
Yeah.
That's not a baseball game. That's more like a football score.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But other than that, yeah, pretty much that's the only thing that's left. And of course, we're just still getting stupid messages about the damn Mets. Huh, now this is interesting. I just seen this. So it says last year, anyone who purchased the All Madden Edition was able to play 3 days before the release date in 2021. In 2021, fans who purchased MVP or Dynasty Edition of Madden 22 also received access 3 days early. In addition, fans who subscribe to EA Play traditionally receive 10 hours of early access, with their progress carrying over after the full game is released. So that's something new.
Yeah.
So if you're actually playing, if you've gotten those editions, you'll get early access to them. And with this one, after a full game, once the full game is released, whatever progress you have on those early editions will carry over to the full game being released.
Okay.
So
nice.
Those of you don't have to, now you don't have to worry about starting all over again.
Yeah.
Just continue playing.
Yep.
The price for EA Play, the current cost is $4.99 per month, or $29.99 for the year, which is really not that bad to get full or early access to EA games.
Yeah, it ain't bad.
Also, speaking on EA is finally officially going back to splitting their brand. Did you hear about that?
I didn't.
So EA Sports and EA will be separate brands now. Well,
wow.
EA Sports will be solely focusing on sport games. EA
How about that?
Then EA will handle all the non-sport games.
Yeah.
So it's going back to how it originally was, when it was EA and then EA Sports, and then it all became EA. Now it's going back to EA Sports and then EA. So now maybe we'll get better EA Sports games.
Yeah.
I'm not holding my breath on it, but you know
Yeah,
how
well,
that goes.
yeah.
But after that, yeah, I mean, there's nothing else that pretty much Kim was talkable. Um, the players' ratings haven't been revealed yet, which is they never do that until like 3 weeks before the game's released anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
But pretty much that's all I have for it as far as anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing else. I mean, like I said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe after this is uploaded to YouTube. We appreciate everybody, for tuning in. Glad you guys are having a good time, good laugh, good insight on, the sports world. We do this every Sunday, so we'll be back for another episode next week.
Yep. And this should be uploaded to YouTube probably within the next hour or two.
All right.
All right, so for Big Tom Tony and Old Dog Owen, we'll see you next Sunday.
See you guys.